Oh my god, I'm about to share with you my Monica's closet. It's really messy in here. I'm in my garage today, and as you can see behind me, there is so much rubbish and things to sort out. We just sort of throw things in here and forget about them completely. So today's video is a huge garage clean and tidy. So I really hope you enjoy this sort of thing. If you do, you're in the right place.
So the easiest way for us to start organising this garage is actually to empty it. So that is the first thing we're going to do, is absolutely empty as much as we can into our garden. So we're just moving everything out. A lot of the bags here that I'm currently moving out is garden waste.
This is just all garden waste that we just build up in the garage. We actually had an old tree that we chopped down. It had died, so a lot of it is that, but it's also like grass where we cut the grass and things as well. So yes, that is probably 2 trips to the dump worth here. Okay, so this is the first trip to the dump. We managed to get about half of the garden waste in the car. So that's going to be probably 2 trips to the dump of garden waste, and then I reckon there'll be probably a 3rd or a 4th of other stuff that's in the garage as well. So yeah, lots of trips to the tip today.
So that is all the garden waste now gone to the tip. So that was 2 trips of garden waste. So we'll definitely need to get that garden bin and keep on top of that in the future. I'm now just sorting through all the little bits and pieces that we've got on this table. So I really want this area to be my kind of potting table. I really do enjoy growing seeds and things in the summer, like flowers, but mostly vegetables. So I really want this space to be for that. And I've got some shelves that I want to go above it that Sam can put up for me, just to hold lots of different gardening bits and pieces. As you can see, this table just has been dumped lots of stuff on it. So I'm just trying to make a bit of a, organising it into different pieces. There's so many nails and things like that. So I'm just trying to organise the DIY bits and getting rid of what we don't need as well. So I'm now actually clearing absolutely everything off of the table, giving this a real good sweep and tidy. As you can see, it is so dusty. So I really want to give this a good clean. Obviously this is a garage table, so it's never going to be spotless. This is our garage, but I definitely was overdue a clean. As you can see, it is a completely different colour once it is cleaned, and there was so much dust and dirt coming off of this. A really big thing that did annoy me about our garage is obviously we keep a lot of the kids' garden toys in here, and we could never have access to everything we wanted. It was always tricky to get it out because everything wasn't stored properly. As you can see, there is so many of the kids' toys here that we're taking outside, so it'll be really handy once we've organised the garage to come in and get all the kids' toys out and have proper organisation in this garage. So I cannot wait for that. As you can see, there was a bit of ant infestation in the corner of one of the windows there, but we've just kind of left them to it. It is obviously a garden garage, but as you can see, we are really filling up our garden now, and I just want to get it as empty as possible just so we can reorganize it and put things back then where we want to. Sam has now moved on to putting up the shelves for my potting stations. I am really excited about this. So there's 3 shelves, and I'm going to get all of my bits and pieces out. So there's my seeds, my garden gloves, gardening tools as well, some compost so I can just really do the potting at this table. So yeah, I'm truly excited about having this in the garage.
So this is the end of day 1. We're going to have to carry on. We're going to be carrying it on tomorrow. So there's going to be over 2 days, but today we didn't really have a full day, so we had about 3 hours today. But I'm so pleased with my kind of potting area here. And Sam obviously put up these shelves, so now I can have all of my gardening stuff in one area, all on show, and I know what I have. So I really love that this is all now done. In terms of everything else, we managed to get stuff to the dump, which was great. But tomorrow is going to be the big day where there's going to be a lot of changes happening in the garage.
So now I've just got to make sure that Sam doesn't dump all his DIY tools on my potting station table. I'm going to make sure that that stays really clean. So now that table is done, we're going to turn the camera around and now focus on moving everything out of this corner of the garage. As you can see, there's also furniture in here, so bits and pieces that we need to sell, but I definitely want designated areas for bits of furniture that we need to sell, for DIY, for gardening and for kids' toys. So really have those designated areas so we know where we need to go for what. Taking off our whole garden. Look at all of this. So we're also obviously in the garden trying to put anything that we need to take to the dump at the very front of the garden, so that we can then just take that through the house and then pop that in the car and take that to the dump. So also trying to get some areas and organisation in the garden where we're putting things down. We've got a very old piece of carpet in this garage as well, which needs to go to the dump. So we've obviously stored so much, I think because it's out of sight, out of mind with this garage. So we just kind of throw things in there and think about it another day, and it just obviously has got to that point where we just almost couldn't step inside our garage anymore, and it got to the point where we really needed to sort it out. That it's going to be absolutely worth it once it is done. So we've got lots of wood for our wood burner. We've got a wood burner in our home, so we've got lots of wood on the right there. And actually my parents cut down one of the trees in their garden, so they gave us lots of wood for our wood burner. But obviously we need to let this dry out for I think a year or two, so we are keeping that stored and drying that out in the garage. But we just want to put all the wood together so it is all in the same place, again getting those kind of systems in place and just a bit of a better organisation. So we're just moving the wood so it's all over the same side. Sam is just using a broom here, as there was quite a few cobwebs on. This actually used to be a desk. We've got some legs somewhere in the garage as well, but we would like to keep that, so that's going at the back, with some other furniture pieces, and some are for sale that we need to get rid of, and some we're just storing in here. So this section at the back is going to be for furniture pieces that we either are storing or selling. And these are our moving boxes that we still had. We've been in our house 5 years, so it's definitely time to get rid of these. So these will be going to the dump. Sam just checking again there for some spiders. As you can imagine, we did find a fair few spiders in this garage. So I'm just hoovering up just a bit of the dust that was going around. Obviously it's never going to be perfect, it's a garage, but anything that we're kind of sweeping together, I've actually got a hoover that we can use for just this space, so it's not my inside hoover at all, so we just leave this one in the garage.
So we've pretty much emptied most of the garage now, and then as you can see most of it is in our actual garden, so we can go through, organise, really sort out what we're throwing away, and then bring back only the things that we need to bring back in. But yeah, we've tidied the space as much as possible, and we're going to be putting in some more organisational systems and areas. So an area for the kids' toys, an area for DIY. Obviously now I've got my potting station, and so yeah, so it'll be a little bit more organised.
So I did actually forget to mention, we've actually done this garage clean over 2 days. So we had an afternoon one day and then a full day the next day, and it did take us that whole day and a half to do this garage. So that's how much needed cleaning. So this is the old carpet that I was telling you about that we needed to get rid of. So this came out of our front room. We've now got wood flooring in there that was originally underneath this carpet, and we've just popped a rug over that. So we don't need that anymore, so that is going to the dump. So Sam and I are that couple that if we get a good box, we keep it, and there was good reason for that, because I knew I wanted to sort the garage out and not spend a fortune buying lots of, storage boxes. So we've kept some really good boxes that I knew would come in handy for this. So yeah, so some extra storage that we need underneath those shelves and things like that. We have used those boxes there. So this section at the front underneath the window, I really want to keep for all of the kids' toys. So this is probably the number one items that we use the most in our garden. Obviously the kids are in the garden all the time, so I really want that to be easy access, the very first thing we walk in can get to. So the kids' toys have priority and go there. I have got a bike rack coming, so that will be going up on proper bike racks along that wall, and then we're slowly going to be moving things in and popping things back. I've got some of these recycling bins spare, so I'm using these for the kids' toys, and then I'm going to have some for the garden toys, some for the beach toys. So really organise everything properly, and as you can see, I'm using this whole strip of the wall for all of the kids' toys and bits and pieces that they've got for the garden. So as we were sorting through the boxes in the garden, I'm going to be honest, we found some dead mice, which, oh my gosh, I screamed so loud when I saw them in the box. So yeah, as you can imagine, we just, yeah, it wasn't very nice seeing them at all, but luckily they were in boxes where we didn't really need the stuff that was in it. Anything that we did need, we got out, and then we got rid of those boxes completely, because yeah, that was a bit of a shock to the system seeing mice. But obviously this is a garage, of course there's going to be mice in and out of here, and as you can see, I'm getting some good organisation going.
Okay, just to give you a real quick update, we're trying to get some kind of processes and organisation. So we're going to have, as soon as you come in, all of the kids' stuff is going to be here in the front because we access it all the time. Obviously the kids play in the garden constantly, so that is where that all goes. So we obviously have quite a lot of stuff, paddling pools, we've got seesaws here, we've got a tuff tray which they play on, and I want to recycle and use this for all the bits that I'm going to collect for their tuff tray, so shells, pine cones, things like that I can get out and use within their tuff tray. So I'm going to be storing all of that in there. And then as we swivel around here, this is kind of the DIY section of the garage. So all the paints that we've got kind of left over, any DIY bits, buckets and sponges, and there's some boxes at the bottom as well, with excess bits in as well for DIY. We're going to have bikes are going to go here, and we're going to have some proper bike storage coming, so you will see that as well. Swinging around to the back, this section here is all bits to sell really, and that we need to get rid of. Like that lamp needs to be sold, there's a unit back there as well that needs to be sold. And then this side, that is a sit-on lawnmower there, that's my dad's actually. He was like, can I keep this in your garage for a little while? And it's been here for a couple of years I think now, so that hopefully won't be staying for too much longer. So we've got the barbecue here, and then we're going to put our lawnmower that we use in front here. All the spare log for the log burner here. And then obviously now my table for my potting table has got a little bit more messy, so I just need to resort that out. But that's where we're up to so far, and if I swing you around, you can just see the amount of space we have in here now. So it's a really big garage, we're very lucky on the size, but that's where we're up to at the moment.
So everything here that I am showing you now is to go to the dump. So we've done so well to get rid of so much. So we're just going to be carrying that through. That carpet was so heavy, but we managed to get that into the car. So this worked out to be 2 more trips to the dump with everything else. So that makes 4 trips to the dump in total of everything that came out of our garage, including the garden waste. So that was amazing. I was so pleased how much we got rid of. As you can see, there's a lot of cardboard boxes and things like that as well that needed to go. But yeah, we managed to get rid of lots, which was great.
so let me just chat you around one last time as the garage is now complete. So as you come in straight away on the left, we've got all of the kids' toys. These are their garden toys, including this box here, so that's all to play with in the garden. This box here is beach, so buckets, spades, that kind of thing. I've even popped the beach umbrella in there that we sometimes take with us. This box here is kind of like their water play, I guess. So it's got their splash pad in there and another paddling pool. So that is their tough tray, and I'm now using this as their storage for kind of bits and pieces that I'm collecting for their tough tray. So at the moment, the top one, I've got lots of shells, so we can put, I've got sand here. We can do kind of like a beach theme. This one down here, we've got pine cones, and we've got those two kind of animal squirrels that I thought we could do like an autumnal with pine cones look on tough tray as well. These are their slides, so as you can see, lots of toys and then some outdoor games just here as well for them. As you spin around here, I leave this little paddling pool up, so we just always tend to fill this one up just because it's a bit smaller, a bit more often. So that one's just propped up because we did have that out the other day. And then here on these shelves is all the sort of DIY and also the boxes at the bottom. So all the spare paints that we've got, rollers, brushes, that sort of thing, is on here, and then spares in the bottom as well that can't fit on the shelves. This box here is all full of like car bits and pieces for the car. So there's definitely some organisation. We finally have the bike racks. They have arrived, which is amazing. So these are now all stored on this wall here. It just means they're up and out of the way and they're not against each other, which means it's harder to get one of the bikes out. It makes it much more easier storing them like this. So my bike is that little pink one, well not little, that pink one there. And obviously we've got Amelia's, little Theo's balance bike, and then Sam's bike as well. And it also comes with some hooks. So we've got a bag of stuff there with more for Sam's bike that we've just kind of hooked that up again and out of the way, and a couple of bike pumps for Sam down there. So this corner here is mostly things to sell. So we've got that lamp, and this thing here as well is probably going to go to the dump, or I'll try and sell it, but I don't feel like it's gonna be sold. It's quite an old little trampoline, so that needs to be got rid of as well. Yeah, so this is mostly to sell and get rid of corner, but I'm glad that that's all in one place now and organised. The lawnmowers and barbecue area is here, along with all the log and wood for our log burner as well. And then lastly, my potting table and shelves, which I really love how organised that is now, and everything again in one place. And then just moving over here, these are the chairs for our table in the garden. Just so again, we get those in and out of the door, so they're really close to the door and easy access. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this huge garage clear out. It was definitely overdue and needed, and we are so pleased it is now done, and we have so much more storage space in here now if we need it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do remember to give it a nice big thumbs up for me, and hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, because I make 2 videos a week, so make sure you're going to go and check those out. And thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.